Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rockin' Reaction Rollers, where we react to music that we grew up with from the 60s to the 90s, and my name is Tammy. It's Friday night, and so on Friday nights we play your guys' request. I'm either going to get 3 or 4 out tonight. I was going to try to get 4. I have 4 written up, but it's getting awful late, and I'm getting kind of sleepy. It's been another long week for me. And then we got all this rain and fog and bad storms tomorrow coming in. I don't know if the sun's ever going to shine. So anyway, a few things I want to get out of the way before we get started tonight with the request, with playing your guys' request. Just so that you members out there know, I think there's three of you that I haven't played your request yet. I'm just sifting them through different weeks and stuff. And so just hang on there. Yours will get played soon. And so anyway, I try to sift them in with the Thursday and Friday night requests. That's what I do. So just know that I haven't forgot about you out there. But anyway, Steve Contini, another thing I want to say happy birthday to you today if you're out there. I hope you're having a good time. I think you were going fishing, I think is what I read somewhere. So I hope you caught some big ones. And so let's say a couple other things before we get started. Oh, I don't know how many of you read the comments for the song that we put out for Steve Contini's birthday, but we actually had a musician from the group Holding Pattern commented, Tommy Spada, and he's commented before, but he's just started getting on the channel. He formed the band Holding Pattern in 1981, but he performed in several bands before forming, but he commented about Thin Lizzy. He had toured with Thin Lizzy, so I thought that was cool that we had someone that's, been in a band like that comment on our channel. It flattered me. And also, a while back, I had another one, we had another one, Christopher Jones from the band Glass Houses. They played the song On a Carousel, which was also, I believe, a Yardbird song maybe. I believe that's who came out, or the Hollies. One or the other had that song first. But anyway, their version was really good too. Well, he commented, so I don't know how many of you seen that. That's been a video from a while back, so go check it out. So I think it's cool that there's people watching, and I'd like to get you guys on and do like some interviews. Uncle Chasblitz and I have been talking about kind of getting on here and maybe doing some interviews with some people or whoever wants to get on here, or have a few of you at once. But there's just a lot that has to be hammered down with that, and some of it costs quite a bit of money, and I can't go that direction. But I am working on it. I'd like to be able to do something like that, even if it's a short and sweet Zoom meeting or something. I'd like to get some people on here, and you don't have to show your faces. You can just come on. But I got to get to that point yet, and I'm still got some things to do. But I'm going to shut my mouth now, and we're just going to get started. I just wanted to point that stuff out tonight. But so the first request we're going to do is for our friend on the channel, Geerladenlad. And he wants to go back to 1986, and he wants to hear the Iron Maiden tune called Wasted Years. Now, we have several Iron Maiden songs on the channel. You guys have introduced me to this band. I mean, I've always heard of them, but I didn't really know their music. And I don't think I've heard a bad one yet. We have Strange World on here, Still Life, Revelations, and Wildest Dreams. And now we're getting ready to play Wasted Years. And how I connect with this band is I always think about Eddie, the little monster-looking dude, and I think he's actually in this video. Hopefully they'll let me play it. So anyway, we're just going to get right to it. Again, this request is for Geerladenlad, so enjoy. stop this song right here for a minute. I actually think this is the first time we've actually seen a video of these guys, though. Maybe not, but I think the rest of them were all the album covers, and just the topic songs is what I call them out here. But yeah, I'm enjoying it because I think it's the first time I've ever seen them. So, and I enjoyed the song as well. I like this band. So thank you, Geerladenlad, for requesting it. These guys, Mark across the pond over there in England, he's actually met these guys and knows them, and says you wouldn't know nicer people than them either. And so I like hearing stuff like that, when people are famous and things, that they're just average nice people. So anyway, we're going to get right back to it. We're doing the 1986 Wasted Years by Iron Maiden for Geerladenlad. Well, I have to say that got me up and going for a Friday night. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I have to throw that in there. Thank you for that, Geerladenlad. There's just not a song that I've heard of theirs that I don't like. I'm gonna have to go and invest in some Iron Maiden music somewhere. Okay, let's see what we got to say here about it. First of all, Iron Maiden is an English heavy metal band formed in Leighton, East London in 1975 by bassist and primary songwriter Steve Harris. Okay, let's see a couple other things they say. Wasted Years came off of their 14th single released. It was their 14th single released and the first from their 6th studio album called Somewhere in Time. It was the first single solely written by guitarist Adrian Smith, who was also singing backup vocals. And it says the cover depicts the band's mascot Eddie's point of view as he flies a time machine. Oh, that's cool. Masola out there, we're waiting on that time machine. Me and Karen are. I throw that in every time I hear something like this. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Geerladenlad, for that request. And I don't know if I said this before, but for those of you that are new to the channel, if I play your song on Thursday or Friday night, then it goes into the contest for the winner of the most views. And if your song gets the most views and it was played that week, then on Tuesday of next week, I will reach out and tell everybody, or shout out and tell everybody who the winner was, and then you get to send me another request. So we're going to play that winner of the most views from 2 weeks ago this evening as well, because we weren't on last week. So we're going to go so I can get through the other ones. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like it, guys. Be sure to hit like underneath it. Thanks to everybody that comes and views and watches, and just subscribe, and we'll just have a good old time. But anyway, we're going to go for now, so be sure to tune back in here in a few minutes, and peace out.